Hey, I'm always surprised when it goes live. So, we're going to have fun today because we're going to get some angel messages, and it's going to be so simple that you're going to wonder why you always thought it was so hard. I do need to tell you, this is a mini workshop. It's not a 2-minute deal, it's probably a 20-minute deal. So, if you're serious about communication with angels, then please stay tuned. It's very beneficial if you have pen and paper, because I'm going to teach you a technique that will open up your psychic abilities more than any other thing I know of on the face of the earth. So, also, I do hope that you'll be sharing in the chat and asking me questions in the chat. So, let's just move into a state of reverence, and however that is for you, honor your own spirit within for bringing you here. And oh my goodness, there are so many angels here waiting for you. And there's one angel in particular that's going to be talking with each and every one of you because they can split their consciousness. So here's one thing I want you to know. And I see my friend Lee is here. Whenever you put something in the chat, I want to say hi to you. This is interactive. Lee, I need you to tell me if this is looking the right way. It says relationships. That's what every angel and being of light really wants from you. They want a relationship. So many of us have not been in relationship. We felt like we're lower than or something like that. So I'm going to have 3 things that are going to help you. But first thing I want you to know is, guess what? Sometimes we don't do a thing because we're worried that people will criticize us, or we're worried that we won't do it right. And I read in this book right here, which I highly recommend everybody get. This guy says, how's about if you had permission to do it badly? Like, we want to do it perfect. Well, I give you permission to do it badly. So just do this. Play with me. Let's let it be easy. And there's 3 things I have that's going to help you. 3 things that you don't normally find, and maybe you never heard of it. I love flashcards, don't you? So one of the things is, if you can hear that music playing in the background, I'm going to turn it up. It's tones, and here's what it is. You're going to hear a gong in a minute. It's 111 hertz music, or it's more of a tones playing behind the sounds. And there's a second gong. By the way, I'm making this available free to everybody to use it. I had it created, I bought the copyrights, and I did it because I'm not getting into trouble or stepping on anybody's toes. So we're going to be using that music, which I'll turn up when we go into meditation. And if at any point it's too loud, Lee, I'm depending on you to tell me. Something you may or may have never done. That's non-dominant handwriting. Why is that important? That will make you so freaking psychic. Oh, shoot. I almost knocked my microphone off. This woman right here, The Power of Your Other Hand, Dr. Lucia Capicchione. I studied with her a year and a half. And when I started studying with her, I had no psychic awareness at all that I was aware of. And within just a few months, I was seeing angels, doing angel reading, changed my whole life forever. I'm going to teach you how to do that in this short workshop. And then another thing I'm going to help you do is awaken your auditory psychic reception areas. There's several. So we're already listening to the music. And to awaken your auditory psychic reception area, it's here, it's above your ear, it's not your ear. So everybody just tap right here on your auditory and just say, wake up, wake up, wake up. Ready to hear from the angels. Now, we're going to hear from the angels through writing, but just having this, it helps your inner spirit to hear the messages. And we're going to start off with them being very simple. Now, I hope you have pen and paper, or you're not going to get as much out of this workshop. You're going to have to come back and do it. And when you're listening, I just got to know my connection is not stable. If it goes off, hold on, I'll be right back. So you've all seen that diagram of the brain with it looks like two halves of a butt. Well, the corpus callosum connects them, and the information can go from the right side, which is where the angels talk to you, over to the left side, so you can write it down, speak it out loud. So, are there any questions before I go into my first little warm-up? We got to warm up your abilities to do this. Remember, you got permission to do it badly, sloppy. Any questions? Okay. So, the first thing we're going to do for a warm-up is I want you to put your hand in the other hand. Now, it doesn't matter if you're right-handed, left-handed, whichever hand you don't usually write with. Put it in that hand. That's your non-dominant hand. It's hardwired to the right side of your brain, according to not only this doctor, whoopsie. By the way, you should get this book on Amazon, The Power of Your Other Hand. It'll rock your world. So, I lost my train of thought. I have permission to do this badly. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, when I mess up, it gives you permission to mess up. So, just with your non-dominant hand, write your full name on a piece of paper. And I hope you brought a big piece of paper. It helps if you turn it this way instead of this way. Why? Because the non-dominant handwriting is usually big and sloppy, and that's what we want. So while you're doing it, welcome to Anita and Who's Info and Lee and Kathleen and Aloha Astro. So go ahead and write that with your non-dominant hand, and I'll be quiet. Go ahead and write it 3 times. Okay, did that feel weird? Now, here's what happens when you write with your non-dominant hand. Your inner critic, everybody know what that is, wants to criticize you. So, go take a cold shower, you inner critic. You have permission to do this badly. You have permission to do it sloppy. The thing is, making any move in this direction is going to help you. So you wrote your full name with the non-dominant hand. That's a number 1 warm-up. Number 2 warm-up, you're going to tune into some of your inner wisdom. Now, it's important that you write this with your regular hand. And when I tell you, you're going to switch to your other hand. Now, why do I want you to do that? Because when you switch, something happens. It's like a light goes on. It's like your right brain is waking more up and your left brain is going more to sleep. So, here's what I want you to write. put your pen in your regular hand. Regular hand. You're going to write part of this sentence. And here's what you're going to write. I love angels because, don't write anything else. I love angels because yo tengo amor para ángeles porque. And you're going to stop. That was a little probably bad Spanish. I love angels because. It's important that you write it and not just listen to me. Okay, everybody got that? Now, in a moment, as a matter of fact, go right now and put your pen in your other hand, but don't write anything yet. Just put it in your other hand. Because when you put it in your other hand, it starts sending impulses. Doesn't matter if you're right-handed, left-handed. Impulses to your inner wisdom, to your inner child, to the place in your brain where spiritual information comes through. So you're just going to hold it in your non-dominant hand. When I tell you, you're going to write whatever comes to you. You will not be possessed. This is not automatic writing where you close your eyes and hope you're writing something. That's never worked for me, by the way. This is where you get a word or two from your own inner wisdom. I love angels because. So, you have it in your non-dominant hand, whichever one that is for you. Go ahead and write. Why do you love angels? And I'll be quiet. When you hear the gong, it means the angels love you. When you hear the gong again, it means release your resistance. Okay, so it would be fun for me and for the other participants to have you share a little bit in the chat what came out when you wrote with your non-dominant hand, I love angels because. And I'll just wait a minute, give you a chance to do that. And I'm going to introduce you, while you're doing that, I'm going to introduce you to a very special angel who came forward for today's meeting and asked if she could be the one that splits herself into, I'm getting some feedback, I'll share it with you in a minute, into multiple consciousnesses to share with you. And you're going to love her. Her name is Gabriella. It's not the Archangel Gabriel. This is a very special angel, Gabriella, who came to me right after Mother Teresa died. And she said, I am one of the main angels of Mother Teresa. So I'm expecting her to be like, holy, holy. And did I see you drinking a glass of wine, you evil witch? But no, Gabriella is so sassy and so feisty. She said, well, somebody had to balance Mother Teresa out. So Gabriella was always encouraging her to be more human. So with Gabriella, it's safe to be human. You don't need to try to be all holy and hide your stuff. Yay, Gabriella. So guess what happened to me after Gabriella came to me? I became a portrait artist. I should have that portrait over here that I did of Mother Teresa. Never touched a brush in my life. I started doing the non-dominant handwriting. I'll put the name of this book in the link below. And up, Gabriella came. I knocked over my mic. I used a snowball. And wow. So she's the one that you're going to be talking to. But I want to share some people say, Lina says, I love angels because they're always with me and love me unconditionally. That is right. So good. So good. And Aloha says, I love angels because they love me. Wendy says, they're perfectly beautiful beings. Yes, they are. And Lee says, because they love me and I know they are here to help me always. And Kathleen says, because they watch over me, guide me, know me, see me, love me. And Jocelyn says, because it's our divine connection. Oh, you guys are doing so good. Now, what you may not realize that you just did, every one of you who shared gave all of us a word of encouragement. So, thank you. Now, I'm going to do a little meditation with you just to connect you with Gabriella. We will do some actual communicating with her with the non-dominant hand. However, she wanted me to introduce you through a meditation. So if you could all just center yourself and close your eyes and just relax. And as you're relaxing, just imagine that this whirling sphere of light approaches you, because Gabriella is not your quiet, timid little anything. She comes to you with fun and frolic and power and glory. She has been of assistance to one of the greatest saints who ever lived, especially in our time, Mother Teresa. And she's asking permission to come into your energy field. And that's how, beloveds, you can always tell a being of light will always ask permission. Respect your free will. So Gabriella is respecting your free will. And as you give permission for her to come closer, she leans near to each and every one of you. She's already split her consciousness. And she gives you a kiss soft as a feather right on your third eye. And you feel the vibrations of the energetic connection. You feel her love and you feel her absolute acceptance of you just the way you are. You don't have to do anything different. You don't have to try harder to be all holy. Gabriella loves to see you enjoying your humanity to the fullest. And now she places herself in a circle of light. And we're ready. And here's something you might love knowing. I've been studying the Emerald Tablets. This is a compendium. I have so many notes. Did you know that the barriers of time, the hounds, the bad guys cannot travel in circles? That's why innately light workers have been putting themselves in a circle of light or spiral of light We just know to do it because the bad guys can only travel in angles. So surround yourself with the circle of light at all times. Isn't that good? See, that's worth your time being here just to learn that. So Gabriella is now connected with each and every one of you, and she wants to give you a message. Now, we're going to get that message by asking her a question. And this might be different answer for each and every one of you because she can split her consciousness in so many different directions, but she's going to tell you what might be important to you. So you can just call her Dear G. Put your pen in your regular hand now. Regular hand. Let me turn that down. I'll turn it back up in a minute. You're going to put Dear G with your regular hand. What are you doing now? Don't you want to know what she's been doing since Mother Teresa's busy on the other side, or maybe resting? I think she's probably busy. Remember, her consciousness can be in any direction, so you can ask her, Dear G, what are you doing now? She said use Dear G because people are going to wonder if they're going to mess up spelling Gabriella. G for Gabriella. What are you doing now? Isn't that simple? Now she's already connected with you, so switch the pen to your other hand. And you're going to get a word. Just relax. Let it be easy. Write big and sloppy. And see what she has to say. And I'll be quiet while you do that. Okay, bring that one to a close. And whoever would like to put whatever you got in the chat, remember you can do this badly. You can do it sloppy. You're not going to start off being perfect. If she gave you one word, that's more than you had 20 minutes ago. And I'll just be quiet and see if someone or two or three or four would love. Remember, whatever she says is going to be unique to you because she's aware of your consciousness. I'll tell you one of the things she told me is that she's not sitting around doing nothing. She's actually really wanting to work. Oh, Doris says, blessing you with peace and love. Thank you, Doris. She's really wanting to work with other people who want to be of service, because that is what she did with Mother Teresa. She actually helped Mother Teresa to be more balanced on the humanity side, because Mother Teresa was so much about service. Okay, so Wendy said, guiding love and light and direction needed. Thank you. Saving the earth from Aloha. Wonderful. And Anita didn't get anything yet, but just, that's okay, Anita. It's a new thing. And you're probably trying too hard if you just write the first little word that comes without thinking, well, what's the rest of the sentence? The word could be actually real simple, like love. And one of the most famous channels in the world who channels Abraham, Esther Hicks. You know, when she started, she didn't get anything in writing. She wrote 1 or 2 words in the air with her nose. Can you imagine somebody trying to figure that out? So just be kind and loving to yourself. And we're going to do some more exercises. So Jocelyn says, bring it in consciousness. Lee says that Gabriella says, I'm busy encouraging light workers to awaken more fully to their divine gifts and connection with spirit. Now, Lee has been with me for years, and that girl can talk to animals. She has really developed her psychic awareness simply by doing these simple things. And then Elizabeth said, she told me, I'm holding your hand. Oh, that is so sweet. And Kathleen says, having fun, ease, light, beauty, and love. Isn't that fun? Oh, I love this girl. Okay. And if you didn't get much now, please don't worry. The thing is, I'm going to tell you a little secret right now. And Lena, I came in too late. You can do the next exercise, Lena. The corpus callosum, that's what connects the right and left hemisphere. Every time you write with your non-dominant hand, you create new neural pathways that communicate. I'm not doing the nasty. It communicates with each other. And once you start talking to Gabriella, it's like you open up this tunnel. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. Okay. Oh, and I love what Ann said. I'm with you. And Haley said, planting seeds of ideas to expand consciousness. And Linus says, enjoying every moment, helping those who are open to receive my help. You see, you just have to let go of trying to be perfect and just right. Sometimes when you start doing this, especially after you do it a little bit, they get so freaking chatty. I mean, the angels will just talk to you and talk to you. Here's what you're not best advised to do. Don't be asking your angels for the lottery numbers. Okay, Lynn, I'm sorry I'm calling you Amos. Don't be asking them to tell your fortune. Because what do they want? Let me find my cards. More than anything, this is what they want. Relationship. You wouldn't like it if somebody was always just trying to get something out of you. Would that feel like a relationship? They want to be in relationship and have fun with you. They want you to take them dancing. Okay, so let's do the next exercise. And again, it's easy to just say, dear G, she's worried you'll be worried you won't say her name right. So now this might surprise you what you're going to ask her. And she gave me these questions to give to you, by the way. So remember to put it back in your dominant hand, whether it's your right hand or left hand. There's magic when you switch. So you're going to ask, dear G, can I do anything to help you? You might be surprised what she says. Because people are always asking favors of the angels. They're never saying, oh, could I help you? No. We just want to be on the receiving, and they want to receive our help. You'd be surprised. Can I do anything to help you? Now, this is going to be different probably for every single person because she's tuned into each and every one of your consciousness, and each and every one of you have different gifts and talents and energy fields. So with your dominant hand, can I do anything to help you? Now, make sure you write it and don't just listen. There's magic when you switch. Put it in the opposite hand, whichever one that is, and you're going to get Start off with just one word and resist saying, oh, I got it, and not switching. You're going to get a lot more when you switch. I'll be quiet. Okay, bring that to a close. And I'd love to hear some sharing. Can I help you do anything, Gabriella? Can I do anything to help you? Go ahead and type whatever you got in the chat. So Wendy says, persevere onwards and upwards. You can help her. You can do that. Okay. Ooh, Aloha says, send light. Wow. That is something anybody can do. Send light. Love all the beings of the world, from Elizabeth. Aw, see this? It's simple, yes, and yet it's so loving. Everyone on the chat, listening, watching, is benefiting because those who are participating are reaching out. So Kenneth says, be a good listener. Oh, that's so important. Yes, so many people need to be listened to. And Doris says, live your life courageously. Be an example of what you want to see in the world. Yes, I love that. Oh, Haley, I was just going to say that. You read my mind. Smile more often and see get problems as games to play out together. Oh, I love that. You know, have you ever been in a bad mood and somebody smiled at you? Oh, it's like, oh, you brightened my day. And Lynn says, spread love more to all humanity. And Anita says, believe there is higher purpose for all. And Kathleen says, just be. Love yourself. Smile at others. Be calm. Jocelyn says, start noticing what I do and listen. Wow. And Angel sends a big, beautiful heart. And Lee says, yes, dear one, continue to dialogue with me and I will help you with those things you are most in need of. My pleasure to help you. And Anne says, you can stop doubting yourself. And it's normal to doubt yourself. It's normal to doubt your messages. And yet it's in the doing of it that you grow. That you grow. So, one more. Isn't this fun? And thank you for all the thumbs up I'm getting. So, we're going to ask her one more question. And then I'm going to tell you how you can get, for your own use, this music. All right. Dear G, put your pen back in your dominant hand, the one you write with all the time. We're going to get more specific. What is your message for me today? What is your message for me today? What is your message for me today? And this is going to be different probably for every one of you. Some could be the same. What is your message for me today? And then switch the pen. And please don't resist it when she wants to tell you wonderful things. Just allow it to flow. With your non-dominant hand, allow her sweet awareness to come through those auditory reception areas. Allow the sweetness to flow. And now, I'd love to have some sharing. I know she said some sweet, wonderful things to you because I could just feel her. And I'll just be quiet while you go ahead and share in the chat. What sweet thing did she say to you? While people are typing, I'm going to share some things that she's wanting for me to tell you as a group. And I'm just going to let her talk. This is Gabriella, and I come to you from the heavenly realms, and yet I am connecting with each and every one of you individually right now. It is my desire to help you see the reflection of love that I see for you, that I have for you, that all of us of the angelic realm are focusing in so much as we see your hearts growing and as we see your heart's desire to serve, leaping forward. Each and every one of you is doing the very best that you can in this time that you are, with so many struggles that have been pitted against light workers. Remember the words that Rebecca shared with you about placing a circle of light around yourself, around those things that you wish to hold sacred, around those things that you desire to protect. And beloveds, don't hesitate to include your pocketbook, your purses, your wallets, placing them in a sacred circle of light in your imagination and calling for blessings of holy sustenance as well, because it is true that there has been a great need among light workers for financial relief from the struggles. So we of the angelic realm are even now pouring out more and more blessings to you. One of the things that prevents so many of you from fully receiving is this feeling that you are not worthy, that you have to be holy. This is one reason I, Gabriella, known as the rebel angel, the sassy angel, the one who encourages people to enjoy their humanity, I asked Rebecca if I could be the one to come and share with you today, to join with your consciousness, to encourage you to know that you're already worthy and that your humanity is just part of that worthiness. I am Gabriella. I love you. And I will walk with you from this day forward if you so desire. I desire so much to be in relationship with each and every one of you. And some of you are saying, but I don't have that level of service as Mother Teresa. And yet you're not Mother Teresa. You do not have that calling, that particular thing. You have your own soul's calling. You have that thing which gives you great joy. And thank you, Gabriella. Aw, don't you love her? Thank you for that wonderful message. Now, I hope I gave you time to let me read some things. Elizabeth's Aloha says, let me see if I can go back. Meditating more, connect. No, that's not Elizabeth. I'm getting so much wonderful. Lynn, continue meditating more. Connect with us. We love you. Aloha, trust. Elizabeth, learn love and give flow. And Haley, Haley, your heart is heavy with toxicity. Purify your heart energy. You know, listening to this music when you set the intent will do that for you. Lee says, trust yourself and me. We will move forward fearlessly together. I promise. I have heard you and I'm here to help. Doris says, I'm always with you, sending you beams of love. And Lena says, come home. Come home to the love that you are, Lena. Kathleen says, go forward, believe in yourself. You have a gift. Share it with others. Don't hide and be scared any longer. It is time to grow. It is time to give your permission to do it badly, right? Just do it. So what if I was asked to do this workshop and I thought it needed to be perfect and I knew I was going to knock over my microphone and all the stuff that's happened? I can't believe it's been 42 minutes. Now, I want you to stay just a couple more minutes because I'm going to tell you how you can get this music that I had created. I'm going to just turn it up a minute. It has 111 hertz frequency playing. And what this will do is help you continue to grow your clairaudience, your clairsentiments. That's harder to say. Your psychic abilities. It will help move you forward on your spiritual journey. It's very good to put it on low at night. It's 2 solid hours. And it'll help shut off your monkey mind so that you can go to sleep. There's a link in the description below, and I'll make a card here on all this whole, I'm going to put everything on one page for you. You can have a copy of this video. You can get this music free. I paid for it to be created with a specialist in meditation music, but I want you to have it. I want you to use it without worrying, and I give you permission. If you want to do a guided meditation, put it in there, use it. So, one thing I do want to talk to you, as you can see, how when you have a good instructor, when you have someone to hold your hand and help you, you can absolutely develop your psychic abilities and your ability to channeling. I'm introducing you to a class. It's a 4-week course in advanced channeling, and I'm going to take you from being a beginner to channeling any being of light that you desire. All you have to do is what I tell you. And I have all these new sacred hidden information from the emerald tablets that's going to make it even more powerful. Even if you've taken a channeling class before, I recommend, and I'm telling you this ahead of time So if you go to this page, the link will be in a card, and down below there is an advanced savings for early birds. So wouldn't you like to have a big discount, like half price? So here's my recommendation. Get this book. This is going to help you a lot. And this book is kind of hard to understand. Toth has asked me to teach an even more advanced class on this, but I'll be using some of it in vet channeling. This is a fabulous book. See, I have so many notes. 100 ways to motivate yourself. My God, when I read you have permission to do something badly, just get started. Oh my God, it's like this heavy burden lifted. I can just get started and do it sloppy. Who wants to just do something? Can I get a thumbs up and not have anybody criticize you? Well, so when you go to that page, you can download 2 hours of this music free. Use it any way you want to, but don't sell it. That's not right. I already paid for it. I bought the copyrights and paid for it. Had it created with you in mind to be able to use it. So you're going to go there, get the 2 hour audio. It's a download. And if you want to know about advanced channeling and you want to be one of the first and you want to save a bunch of money, then sign up and I'll send it to you first. And there's a Facebook link if you'd like to share this workshop. Tell your friends, hey, did you know that if you stop trying to do everything perfect and worrying about it so much, you can get angel messages. What's important, beloveds, is that it's okay for you to start out simple. I don't know any baby that was born and hopped up walking on day 2 or 3. Everyone has to develop their skills. So, if you have some things you'd like to know, I invite you to put them in the comment section below. If you'd like to have me do a video on another topic, just let me know. I'd love to do it for you. And if you're not subscribed already, subscribe. You know why? When you're subscribed, they send you a notice every time I'm doing something new. So it's been my absolute pleasure. Please share this. Please keep talking to Gabriella. So simple. You can even ask her every day, do you have a message for me today? You're going to strengthen that connection, and pretty soon you're going to feel so secure. So secure. Thank you for all the thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Your angels love you so much. And it's just my absolute pleasure. Mwah.